What up? What up? So I didn't shoot the video Friday, but I ran Friday night. Yeah. I told myself beginning of the month, and I'll go over goals probably tomorrow. I got to get the sticky note and see where we're at based on where I thought we would be and reevaluate goals, set goals for this month. But um, yeah, I told myself beginning of the month that I was going to do a marathon, a full marathon. I've been out of running. The most I'd ever run before that was 6 miles in an hour, basically, an hour and 10, something like that. And that was before the surgery that I had. I had nose surgery, so I could breathe better, a little bit of plastic, and that was basically 2.5 months of no anything. And then, so I set myself for beginning of February. I'm gonna, like, same way in business that I make goals and put things on the calendar and put milestones. I put the goal of I'm going to run a marathon at the end of February. So as a personal goal, to see if that would get me to, you know, on that path, and it did not work. I ran 3 times in the past month, and all those runs were a mile to a mile and a half, and they weren't great times. They were like 9.5, maybe 9 minute to like 10-minute miles. So when it came time, February 28th, Saturday, to run that marathon, a couple days before, I was like, a marathon is actually going to injure me. So I'm going to cut it to a half marathon. Still, I'm not prepared, and I'm going to suck. This is going to suck, but I'm purposely going to make the suck as penance for, I told myself I was going to do this. I ended up running 10 miles. I stopped at 10 miles because it went from turning into suck to I was, nursing painful things the entire time that I was worried if I went another 3 miles, it could turn into being a, what do they call them, niggle or something, where it's like a slight injury and it's bugging you, to like having an actual injury that would take me out. So I ran 10 miles. It was like 14, 15 minutes a mile, because some of the time I was walking, some of the time I was, I brought honey and electrolytes and stuff, and so it was a heck of a thing. It sucked for sure. I got it done, which I'm super proud of. Um, I sucked, got through the suck, embraced the suck, and that's great. Didn't injure myself, like actually injure, so like that's great. I mean, I'm still pretty sore. I had more pain in like the weird areas of like around my knee and like ligaments and tendons the day after and 2 days after, but now I'm 3 days and like that's fine. I just have soreness. Rock climbed today. My legs weren't awesome, but rock climbing I was using my hands for the most part. So, and arms, I'm pumped out. Rock climbed today and then came back to the office. So, what was really great about it, um, I don't know how like transparent I want to be on here. Like, do I want to be super transparent and share things that I'm like everything that I'm doing? Like, yes, but at the same time, I feel like it could kick back on me in like a negative way somehow. Um, I'll say I ran in a different state of mind than I've run for over a year. And in that different state of mind, I just was super present, just got rocked by God. Like, there are times I'm legit, like, my face is on the track and I'm laid down and just all I can think about is God. Like, and how I have struggled in my relationship with Him, and I feel like I've lost love and just appreciation or like and awe for God, reverence for God, because of so many things that have come up with questions I've had, theological, philosophical questions that I find irreconcilable with the current view that I have of God. So in a way, just been deconstructing, which has hurt my relationship with God, and just questioned so many things. But like last night, or not last night, when I ran those 10 miles, like my one desire from that was, God, I want to know you better, and I want to know myself better, and just be in a deeper relationship with you. And in that different state of mind, that altered state of mind, it was very um, rocked me. It rocked me for sure. Um, and I felt the most connected I felt to God. I felt the most aware of His love, aware of His presence, and just kind of fell in love again in a different way that I'm so happy with, although I'm not happy necessarily with the means to get there. So, and running 10 miles sucked, So um, that's a conversation to have of I don't know what to do about that. That there's so much benefit to that, and yet there's so much drawback to that as well. So yeah, yeah. But tomorrow, the two problems we're having in our real estate marketing business is one, getting enough qualified leads, really cheap cost per lead, but a lot of unqualified people. Even given that, we're very profitable, but we just don't have enough. Like we're wasting our time jumping on the call with unqualified people just to tell them within 5 minutes, hey, this is you're unqualified. This isn't going to work. Um, and our so getting qualified leads as well as just our pitch, like it's very willy-nilly right now, and so we've created a pitch deck, which is wild, using Manus, an AI agent. Essentially I was using OpenClaw, but Manus is just really easy to set up, really easy to do, so Ben's been using that, working on that. So it literally went through all of Matt Ryder's stuff, who I love all of his stuff. Rubbed shoulders with Jeremy Miner, was the CEO of Seventh Level, all his NEPQ stuff, and just worked with Hermosi and Russell Brunson and all these other guys. So we've mimicked his way of pitching. We copy all of his sales stuff, objection stuff. We're in a school group and all that. He's got great stuff there, but the pitching stuff isn't like available yet because he hasn't made it yet. But had it go through YouTube, had it go and like had the AI agent go through YouTube, find all of Matt Ryder's stuff and build based on his philosophies using our things, existing things. So that's really cool. I put that together, the script together and the presentation together. Super sick. But yeah, there's two things we're solving, which is getting more qualified leads. So we're going to run better ads. When I say better, like get higher cost per lead, but more qualified people. And also give our closer a better framework to pitch within. So, and just a pitch in general, because it's been willy-nilly. So that is the issue there. With the other businesses, the software, big issues to address are, I guess I'm kind of future projecting what the goals are going to be for this month, but we have data, but like the data isn't great. So basically that software, you go and we're getting what the county, when the county drops a notice for who's getting foreclosed on, which addresses the property owners and those things, we go and skip trace to get their numbers, get information, and then we give that to people same day. Instead of them having to go and pull the county themselves and skip trace, it gives them, things in a sheet they can import into their CRM and use them as leads. The problem has been that there's just dev issues in general, and we just need better data. So we found a better data provider. We are using that data provider. It's a lot better. So we're just working out, the developers working out how all that needs to go down for us to use that within our system. So we're fixing that issue. From there, then we can turn ads back on. We turned ads off because we were just running into too many fulfillment issues and just the quality of the data we weren't super stoked with. So there's that for PropBot, the software business, and then the Closer.ai, the wholesaling real estate marketing agency. For the cleaning business, we just did taxes today. We're doing taxes, figuring all that out, going through that. We should get a tax return. When I say tax return, we've put money into an account. We use the profit first model. So when that money in that account, any overage basically, we give ourselves as a tax return. So that's great. I highly recommend profit first for every business that you do. So that's great. We're growing. Cleaning business, super excited. We've had like 3 or 4 days in the past week where there's like 6 bookings in a day, just phenomenal. Mostly because of our Google business profile, which I make videos in our school group on that. It's super big. If you have a service business, you should be having Google business profile optimized. It's going to bring you so many leads, and it's free. So there's that. In the cleaning coaching, like the school and the CRM, that's going well. I'm not putting as much time on the marketing and trying to get new people into the school because we just have so many projects and different things we're working on that I want to get those things settled before we, put money into marketing and run ads and do all that kind of stuff. But we've just been finding people in Facebook groups and, having conversations with people that way. And it's works. We still have new people. I had someone join yesterday, but we're not really pushing that. We're just taking care of the existing students and getting them wins, and then, we can grow from there. So that's great. It's just a bit of passive income on the side, which is great. 1 to 3 hours a week of working on that. And then we have I guess I'm working on the oil and gas business. My mentors, I was in Houston working on we have a meeting tomorrow of like what is going on with them, their marketing, their sales process. They have no text follow-up, no blue text, no emails. So they're missing so much on the marketing side, and they're paying agencies like 30 to 40K a month, 2 different agencies that's split between them, and they aren't doing that stuff, which is absurd when you're paying an agency that much. Like you're paying as much as like a high level CMO, and you're getting not much for it. They're just maintaining and optimizing existing Facebook ads, which is ridiculous. So going over that tomorrow, and I'll make money on the overage and the increase that I bring to them. So stoked about that. But overall, good. I have a thyroid problem apparently where it's like underactive, and so the reason like I'm the heaviest I've ever been. I weigh 187 right now, and I'm 5'7". Like I'm not like super fat, but like 20 to like 25% body fat is just ridiculous. But finding out that thyroid is a problem, like low testosterone because of a underactive thyroid. Been taking iodine. I've been having energy crashes. But like taking iodine the past week, basically, energy crashes have disappeared. So I'm super stoked about that and getting that fixed. And then, even when I was running and like working out, but like even running, like if anything, that should be dropping my weight and losing muscle, but like still maintaining weight and even gaining weight, which is absurd. I haven't changed anything about my eating habits, but I just changed to doing high protein and going lower carb, getting full on protein and fat rather than carb, but specifically protein is helping me not eat as much. I think I just got kind of used to just eating whatever I needed to or what I wanted to, but now I'm actually having to watch it because my thyroid is not helping me on the metabolism side and testosterone production. So anyways, yeah, that's what's going on. Like I said, I'll lay out goals for the month probably in the next video sometime this week. But yeah, it's freaking sick. I don't know what the goal end of this month is personally, health wise. Maybe it's a full half marathon again, and just I might have to endure the suck again because I don't prepare. But I feel like by putting something on my calendar and saying I'm gonna do this, it's a good thing. And but maybe it's not the way. Obviously, it didn't work this time, so maybe I'm just being dumb for thinking that. But anyways, yeah, figure that one out. Love you guys.